Missoula Public Schools and the community work together in harmony, much the same as Big Sky High School students each contribute to the concerto they perform. Come see how each of us plays our part in helping our students succeed. The value of working together becomes apparent to even our youngest students. Russell School fourth graders team up with their first grade buddies to help with reading and fun projects like making valentines. Hawthorne School fifth graders find out how helpful an older friend can be in this lesson on stream ecology with Big Sky High School freshmen.
And they came with hip boots, and they came with all kinds of stuff. And a bunch of parents were there. I don't even know how many parents, lots of parents. So they really liked it. And then back in the classroom, we set up microscopes. We set up so that they could look at all their invertebrates that they collected. And we set up, we had calculators for them to calculate stream velocities. And they actually built a model of the riparian area in a stream table. So they had some kind of creative parts to the afternoon. And then
I thought that they learned a lot because they seemed really interested in it.
And so it just kind of felt good, you know, that we could teach them, and they were looking up to us, you know, for like the hour and a half that we had them.
Missoula community people lend their energy and expertise in a variety of settings. The Forest Service and Rattlesnake Middle School students work together to create multimedia programs for visitor centers.
We put together a partnership with the U.S. Forest Service, and the basic program was to try to put meaning into the curriculum. It's not enough to teach the skills. We need to take it one step further. We needed to demonstrate or model for our students that there's a reason to use these skills in the real world. And to do that, we formed that partnership to develop programs for the U.S. Forest Service.
There's a lot of great things about this project, but I think my favorite part was like learning how to apply my skills to the real world, because it's like teaching me what it'll be like when I'm an adult.
The critical part that I see is a process. These children need a process because technology is changing at such a rapid rate that we can't teach a product. They have to learn how to problem solve. They have to learn how to collaborate with other people that they're working with. They have to understand the work that happens within a team. And to do that, we use technology as a tool.
I like working in groups and solving problems, and we learned a lot about how to work together and help each other through tough times. And
there are times in which I become the student, and some of the greatest teachers I've ever had were 13, 14-year-old students.
We got to learn a lot of things and talk a lot with adults too, so our communication skills are better, I think. And
the involvement with other business partnerships, we're finding more and more people that want to get involved. And I think that's healthy for education. In the long term, we will see business involvement with education and business partnerships. And that's exciting to know that there's so many people in the community that are supporting education.
I think the kids benefit from me because of the fact that I work one-on-one with them, and that is not a privilege they have in a classroom where the teacher has to work with all children. And it gives them an opportunity to really excel in what they're doing with me, and it brings them up to the mainstream with the rest of the class as over a period of time. It's just gratifying to see that you can make some kind of a contribution to the young people and help them in some of the things that they need help in. So I took advantage of it, and here I am, loving it.
The Missoula Police Department helps out with Adopt-A-Cop programs and teaching drug and alcohol refusal skills. Parent-teacher volunteers play a vital role in classrooms and throughout our schools.
It's the only chance I get to see my kids all day long. They're in school all day, so I don't get to see them all day every day. And two, a lot of the teachers need help. They can't do everything. They have 24, 26 kids in a class. They can't be everywhere at once. So it just gives the kids a little extra boost if someone's there to help. The nicest thing for me is when I come to school, Kids that were in my kids' class in first grade, second grade, kindergarten, I have a fourth grader, a third grader, and a second grader, and a sixth grader. But when I come here, little kids that were in the kindergarten class of my fourth grade son say, "Hello, Mrs. Poitras," or, you know, they smile at you. It's just like, why do teachers become teachers? Because they love little kids, and they, you know, children make it all worthwhile.
In turn, our students learn the satisfaction of helping those in need. High school students, as part of a class project in government, give at least 5 hours of community service.
Well, we went snow shoveling at the university area, and we just went around blocks shoveling everyone's sidewalks and with a bunch of other friends, so it was kind of fun too, and in the meantime we were all helping out.
Well, my friend and I went to the Poverello Center and volunteered our time for a couple hours. I got to see how people less fortunate than I live, I guess. And it made me feel good that I have what I have. It's nice to give back a little bit.
Well, some group of boys and I, we have a sax quartet through the band, and we went out and we played like an hour at different rest homes. We played at the mall one time and at Walmart. Then we played at, like, I think 3 rest homes just to give them a chance to hear music. I think it let us know how little that the elderly people get young people to come visit them, because every time we were there, they were just so overexcited and overjoyed that we were there and asked us to come back. So I think that we're going to go back later on, like in the spring.
People and their relationships with each other create an excellent climate for our students to learn. And Missoula's public schools have maintained a high standard of excellence. Solid fundamentals are the core of our program. Physics comes alive in Glenn Govertson's class at Sentinel High School as students learn how a laser beam works. Libraries are the hub of our schools. Elementary students recommended books for the National Children's Choice Awards 2 years in a row. Only 5 schools in the nation are given this honor. Our fine arts program is one of the best in the state, and we use the arts as an avenue for learning.
One of the main goals of my program is to integrate the arts into the classroom studies, so that in the case of this classroom, we're making the papier-mâché bunnies. These children have a bunny in their classroom all the time. And so when I come in and we make a papier-mâché bunny, they've studied the bunny, they know more about it, and then by making a papier-mâché bunny, they are creating a piece of artwork that will make their whole lesson much more memorable for them. It's important that we have art in the schools, in that many children don't learn in the conventional manner. Lots of children are visual learners, and they are hands-on learners, and the arts provide another avenue for learning. And it also adds to anything that's taught in the classroom.
The high caliber of our teachers and their commitment and enthusiasm for helping students learn is one of the greatest assets of our public schools.
I've been fortunate to be in Missoula schools for a lot of years, and I think that there are many things that I see routinely happening in Missoula's classrooms that makes me glad that I'm teaching here and makes me glad that my child is a student in Missoula schools. I see teachers willing and able to provide variety and individualization and content that is above and beyond what the curriculum calls for, making the classes interesting, making the students want to learn. And I think that's really what makes for excellence in many of our classrooms.
Community support and the relationships we nourish have helped put Missoula Public School students among the highest achievers in the nation. Our students score in the top third of the United States in standardized testing. Our dropout rate is only 4%, among the lowest in the nation. 65% of our seniors go on to college. We're proud of our Missoula County Public Schools. Come see for yourself. The doors of our schools are always open, and we welcome and need your participation. Come help us build the future. Please remember to vote. Polls will be open from noon to 8 p.m.